Hey, how's it going? So today I want to talk about, well, hold on a minute. Let me do my housekeeping. Um, this is just opinion commentary. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. When I do these Spirit TV episodes, there's always going to be spoilers. I'm not even going to try to not spoil. So if you don't want to know, don't watch. And, well, I think that's about it for now. So anyway, Rick and Morty, the episode is called Rest and Ricklaxation. It's season 3, episode 6, and it is when Rick and Morty are so burned out and exhausted by all of their adventures, they're just tore up, like they're just frazzled, a wreck, So Rick decides they should go to this spa, and when they go to the spa, they meet an attendant. Now, this has to do with my other thing, well, a thing I have with Rick and Morty, and that is that when Rick starts talking to this attendant, it is actually like verbatim a rant that I had made probably 3 months before this episode came out, which is crazy because that kind of turnover for them is unusual. It's extremely fast. So they go to the spa, and Rick is upset with this guy, and I'll tell you what I said and why I said it. It was because in the lead up to the election, there was a guy who was constantly on TV, constantly yelling, constantly insulting, just a mess, just harsh. And then after the election, you had to hear him even more all the time. So I really just wanted him to clear his throat. And it's just funny that as an ex-stimulant enthusiast myself, that I didn't realize that all of his sniffing and, frog in his throat that he just wouldn't clear, which is what my rant was about. And also his obvious slight deafness that made him be yelling all the time too. He was just everywhere, and it was gross because you knew he had this phlegm bobbling up and down. You just hear it. Just drove me crazy, so I had a rant. And then so I'm watching this episode, and then all of a sudden Rick is saying my rant to this attendant, and I did try to address it with Dan Harmon. I got no response. And I wasn't like, you got to pay me, you stole my thing. I was like, I got more, but yes, you could pay me. But it happened before that someone else that I actually know, a few people, it turns out, made a movie and then used my band and my music in it, and they didn't even ask me or tell me until it was already done. So those people I'm very unhappy with, because if they would have just asked, it would have been fine. But anyway, I won't go into that. So, to my spiritual way of thinking, there is a point where we all reach what's known as a dark night of the soul, or where you hit rock bottom and you just have surrendered, like you just can't take it anymore. And in those moments is when you face those negative aspects of yourself. But when Rick and Morty go to the spa just takes them out. And so first Rick and then Morty begin to realize that you can't really function without all of your aspects. So Morty's really resistant to the idea because he now is confident, he's not fearful, and he can talk to his love, Jessica, and she's seeing him finally and noticing him. And so he doesn't want to get back his negative parts. Like, he's like, why do I need them? But you do. I mean, you may not be able to see it in life, like, it's hard to look at yourself and see, like, all of your constituent parts. And then in this episode thing with Morty, it's like, he don't even care about what those mean. He just knows that he's got the girl, and he's, like, the dude he's always wanted to be. But they finally work their way around to understanding that you can't be whole without all of your parts. So that was something spiritual about the episode for me, because I often have to go back to the well with this. Like, if I feel like I am acting funky or feel funky, I will have to assess myself. And so I I guess that's all I want to say about that. Thank you and good night. No, thank you and good night. I don't know what I was just doing.